Alright, YouTube. Well, it's Thursday. I got off work early because it was piss pouring down rain on me at work. Went and got me a new plate, new tag from Cherokee Nation. Went by and got some oil and oil filter and some transmission fluid. Just did an oil change. Adding trans fluid right now. Car's running really well. Still has the exhaust leaks, but sounds pretty good. I love it. $150 trans temp. Getting there. Yeah, so I'm leaving tomorrow at noon to head to Michigan. We gotta get the other supercharger and the heads and intake, all the brackets and pulleys, VZP modular hub. So pretty much the whole engine minus the block. So I'm gonna head out to Michigan to pick that stuff up tomorrow. That's gonna be going on the Grand Dam. Overall, everything's going pretty well, so wish me luck, guys. I'll try to keep you updated on my trip. I'm not towing anything this time, so I shouldn't wreck, knock on wood. But I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, and then this morning on my way to work, I was getting on the highway. I hit a big ass pothole again. It was like right by the edge. It was a little one, but I bit my wheel pretty good right here. Took a chunk out of the tire. And it busted the wheel bearing. These are brand new, like 3 months old wheel bearings. But yeah, I just had it jacked up and wheel bearings fucked. So I got a nice shake on the front end now for that wheel bearing. So that kind of sucks, but overall everything's going pretty good. The car's running good. I still got to change the O2 sensor, even though I just put that all back together. But and then this one I'm still waiting for Daniel to get the factory computer so he can retune it and then send it back. So it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks before I get the one back for the 06. And then on my mom's Grand Dam over here, the 3/4 swap, hers needs lower control arms and struts, and this I'm buying a parts Grand Dam. It's like exactly the same as hers, but it's a 5-speed with the 2.2, and it has a good engine, good trans. Everything on it's good. It just it needs brakes, a slave cylinder, and a battery, and it would run and drive. It has a clean title. So that's my parts car for the 5-speed swap for the Grand Dam 3800 supercharge 5-speed swap project. So I'm going to pick up these parts. I leave tomorrow to go get the supercharger and all the stuff for the 3800 supercharge swap for the Grand Dam. And then I still owe $300 on the parts car. I'm paying $100 a week, so I can get that and still be able to afford all my bills and everything. So I got 3 more weeks of paying $100 a week, and then I'll have the parts Grand Dam. And it's got brand new struts and brand new tires, and it's got a lot of new parts on it, but it does need a battery, and it needs brakes and a slave cylinder to run and drive. So I'm going to try to fuck with the slave cylinder when I get out there, see if I get it to start and run and shift a little bit, and just try to baby it and drive it back so I don't have to try to tow it, because I don't have a truck no more or the dolly, so I don't really have a way to tow it. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and as I go through everything and let you guys know how it's coming along. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm over here at my storage. I'm working on the Grand Dam. I got it up the cherry picker out. Got it hooked up to the engine. I got 2 bell housing bolts out so far. I still gotta get this. I gotta take this mount out right here. So I got this 18 and this 18 that goes through it. This will come out, and there's an 18 right there behind it for the ground. And I still got the 118 back there between the transmission and the block. And then gotta pull the starter, get the flywheel bolts out. There's 3 of those. And I gotta undo the power steering pump, just unbolt it from the block. It's only 2 bolts. I'll probably just go ahead and take off the AC compressor since it's not hooked up to anything. And that way it'll be less hassle trying to get this out of here. It's already going to be kind of a pain in the ass, because over here on this side, down underneath the power steering pump, I have the oil filter housing, and it just sticks over past underneath this piece right here, this frame rail. So I don't know, whenever I put this in here, I just drop the whole subframe, put the motor and transmission on the subframe on all 4 mounts, and then put it back in from underneath and use a cherry picker to lift it up so I could get the bolts back in. It was a pain in the ass. I fought it for like 4 days, and I never even hooked up the steering linkage. So it's just been sitting for like 6 or 7 months with the steering linkage not even hooked up to anything. I got the seat belt wrapped through the steering wheel. Yeah, just from it sitting here, it's starting to get some rust in the cylinder. So I'm probably gonna have to take this block to the machine shop or use a different block. I mean, this one is super clean inside and everything, but I don't want to chance it. I don't want to build another engine. I mean, this engine could very well have bad piston rings. I'm not even sure. Like, I was just told that it was a good engine. I mean, it was an NA block out of like a 97 Grand Prix or something like that. So it doesn't have the 2 holes on either side for the lower intake manifold gaskets. But, I mean, they have other seals that go right there that sealed up just fine with RTV. So I wasn't really worried about it. But I still got a brand new crank pulley. It's never been ran. That was $100. So I'm going to reuse that. And it's got brand new fresh oil and oil filter on it. And it's never ran, so that's still some good stuff. I can possibly reuse the oil or whatever, but I don't know, just this is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm going to figure it out. So yeah, this is just my little update, trying to get this engine out. So stay tuned and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Have you guys ever seen this shit? The car's driving fine. I was running about 65 or 70, and then my gauge just started freaking out. Uh-oh. Know what's going on. Trans temps 174. God damn it. Yeah, trans temps 174. I just topped it off with fluid. It's on the mark. I think the transmission's slipping. I'm not even driving it hard. God damn. probably fuck up the whole trip. And I'm just cruising down the highway. Man. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to make it home over here to my mom's, and I'll get back to you guys whenever I make it over there. Alright, y'all. Well, I made it over to my mom's. It all sounds good. The car runs good. It was even still driving fine. I mean, it's still got a minor exhaust leak. Pretty sure it's from the EPR down there. Maybe from the front crossover tires. I mean, other than that, I mean, everything is taken care of. And, I mean, I just did an oil change, nothing's leaking. I topped off the trans fluid, I checked the brake fluid and the coolant. Like, everything is good and topped off. I mean, everything was working perfectly fine this morning before I did the oil change and stuff. I'm not really for sure what the hell is going on with it. Sounds good. $194 trans temp. It was running like 179 just a minute ago whenever I pulled in. Now it's just sitting here idling. It's getting warmer. I mean, the fluid's right on the mark, like on the very full mark of the cross hatches on the dot. I mean, it was underneath the first dot in the cross hatches. And I put almost a whole gallon. I got a little bit left in there, not much, maybe a quart. So I put like 3.5 to 4 quarts in there to get it to the full mark. So I mean, it was 3.5 quarts low at least. And now that it's on the full mark, now it's having issues, and now my speed sensor, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a speed sensor. I don't know what else it would be. More bullshit. But I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow. I'm supposed to be taking off work at noon to head out to Michigan to go pick up the supercharger and the heads and everything for the Grand Am 3800 supercharged swap. Man, it's always something. I've been waiting a month to go get these parts since like the week after I wrecked the truck with the 97 GTP I bought from Salem Doyle. Like the very next week I seen it posted like a full Series 3 L32 supercharged engine minus the block and an extra set of heads and a whole bunch of other extra parts and a ZZP modular hub, and I have the 3.0 and the 2.9 ZZP pulleys. And I mean, for $90 for everything. So I bought it like a month ago, over a month ago. And I've been waiting because the guy I bought it from, he only has off work every other weekend. And the first weekend was Mother's Day, so I couldn't go that weekend. So I had to put it off 2 weeks. So now it's been a month since I bought it. But he's got it for me, so hopefully this isn't a huge issue. I mean, I don't want to drive 12 and a half hours or start on my way and then the transmission go out. That's gonna fucking suck. But I don't know, I might have to replace this speed sensor. I'm not for sure. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna look into this and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Alright guys, maybe y'all know what this sound is? Coming from in this area. I can't tell what the hell it is. It's definitely new. '59 Trans 10. I mean, everything's working as it should. It's blowing nice hot heat. Ooh, really hot heat. Is that a rod knock? Maybe a lifter? Man, I hope that's not a rod knock. Maybe a loose rocker? I don't know, guys. Comment and tell me what you think this might be. It's like, man, I just did an oil change, topped off the transmission fluid, checked all the fluids to get it ready for the trip, and then my speed sensor started freaking out, and then the trans started slipping, and now the engine is being noisy. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, guys. Just, I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure that's it, guys. I've lost gears. Won't shift. Trans is gone. I can't tell if it's still making that knocking noise or not, but I guess I'll find out whenever I exit off the highway right up here, so. I'll keep you guys updated here in just a minute. Alright, well the transmission fucked up, but look, now it's not making that noise no more. So the engine's fine. That's just that exhaust leak. Definitely still hearing something in there. Maybe that's just noisy lifters. They're LS7 lifters. They are a little noisy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost the transmission there, so hopefully the engine's still good. Freaking weird. Just constantly dripping trans fluid. I just replaced that fitting too. Just replaced that fitting over at my storage while I was just there. I just swapped out this wheel bearing because I was getting it ready because it busted when I hit that pothole. So I swapped out this wheel bearing, swapped out the speed sensor. Now my speedometer is not working at all. And my cruise control isn't working at all. Sounds good. Man. Alright guys, well, that's my update for tonight. I definitely still hear it making noise. Man, I don't know if it's the engine or the trans. I'm really hoping it's just the trans and not the engine, but I don't know. That doesn't sound too good at all. Alright guys. That's my update for tonight. I'm going in and going to bed. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, what's the next morning? It's definitely still making the noise. I don't know, y'all. YouTube. So I'm on my way in the 06 to Michigan. Because the 07, it's fucked right now. I'm pretty sure the trans is out. And I'm not sure what's with the engine, the knocking noise. It could be a lifter or a rocker, or it could be a rod knock. I'm not for sure. It also could be the transmission making the noise, and it just sounds like it's the motor, or the engine, sorry. Because like last night, after I drove from my storage back over to my mom's, it wasn't making the noise no more. And I mean, it was right after the transmission fucked up. And so I mean, it could have just been the transmission making the noise, and I thought it was the engine. And I was just tripping, but either way, I decided not to chance it. The car's not shifting. It's like first and second only, so I don't know. And so I just decided to chance it with the 06. So the car's running good. I'm running 210 trans temp, running about 76, 77 miles an hour. I've been cruising for about an hour and a half now. I've used just over a quarter tank. I don't know how many miles I've driven, but it's going pretty good, so I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, so I'm in Central Illinois right now. It's, I don't know what time it is right now, but it's like 9 or 10 or something like that. But, yeah, I'm in Central Illinois. I still got about 5 hours left. I'm 8 hours in on the trip. Car's getting really great gas mileage. Actually, it's running great. I'm just running 70. Trans temps at 194. I completely topped it off earlier. Put 40 bucks in. It completely topped it off. And I drove 271 miles and still had over half a tank left. And I topped it back off with like 25, 26 bucks to fill it back up from a half a tank, and it was 7.8 gallons. So I was getting 33 miles a gallon. So I was getting really good gas mileage. Car's running great. The check engine light is on. I assume it's for the cylinder 3 misfire, but the car's running good, so not having any issues with it. I'm happy with it. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I'm in Central Illinois. Exit 171. Mile marker 171. The semis broke down. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, and I'll give you guys another update whenever I get out there to Michigan. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, so I just learned that there is a Pontiac, Illinois, and I'm almost there. About 6 more miles. I'm about to stop at this rest stop though. I gotta pee like a mofo. But yeah, I just found out there is a Pontiac, Illinois. I thought that's badass, so thought I'd share it with you. But I'll keep you guys updated. Alright you guys, I just left the rest area back on the highway. Oh look, here we go! Pontiac Flanagan, 1 mile. That's sick. Pontiac, Illinois. I can't get over it. Tomorrow on my way back, I'm gonna have to stop here in the daylight get a picture of my Pontiac in front of the Pontiac sign. That'd be pretty fucking sick. Yeah, it's dark, not a lot out here. But there it is. Pontiac. Pontiac Flanagan. Well, hello there, Pontiac. I will see you guys tomorrow for some pictures. But transmission's doing good, car's still running good. I'm just cruising, so I'll keep you guys updated. I still got like 4.5 hours or so, 4 hours, 40 minutes. So, I'm getting there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, y'all.
58 for I-80 East toward Indiana.
Alright guys, another update. I'm like 3 hours and 45 minutes away. I guess there's a time change where it
take
goes
exit 258.
Ooh, almost missed my exit. Car's still running good. Trans temp is 201. I've been running about 70, 71, somewhere in there. I've driven 158 miles on just over a quarter tank. Car's doing good. I'm happy with it. So I'll keep you guys updated. Just wanted to show you guys some of the trip here, so some of the scenery. And I appreciate you guys watching if you stuck around this long, so it'll be worth it in the morning after I'm there, and I'll meet up with the guy I bought it from, so stay tuned, you guys. Hey guys, well, it's about 1:30 in the morning or so, and I just made it into Michigan. And god damn, it has been a long ass drive. I still got like 2.5 hours left. But I am in Michigan. There's the water tower. Welcome to Pure Michigan, New Buffalo. Gateway of Michigan. Seems pretty nice so far. Car's still running and driving good, getting good mileage. Trans temps at 201. Let's see, I've went 244.5 miles, still sitting on half a tank. So it's getting good mileage still. Check engine light's still on. I haven't even ran it yet. But man, it's doing good. So I'm gonna keep on, and I keep you guys updated as I go. So stay tuned. Hey guys, another update. Trans is still running good, Tim. I had to stop and fill up with gas again. And I'm almost to Lansing, Michigan. I'm an hour away from Big Rapids. And here, yeah, there's Grand Rapids where I'm headed, and there's Lansing. So I'm out here, fellas. I'm almost there. I got like 70 miles to my destination. It was like an hour and 6 minutes, hour and 5 minutes. So I'm getting close. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm getting tired, but I'm gonna push through it. I got an hour to go, then I'll be there. So I'll give you guys another update whenever I get there. Then I'm gonna crash out until morning whenever he wakes up, and I'll get the parts. So I keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. Hey guys, well, it's the next morning. I got there at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 7:30. Dude just woke me up. But he didn't want to be on camera, so I didn't record anything over there. But I got all the parts. There's some of it. The rest of it's in the trunk. There's a whole crate full of shit. But the only thing I didn't get was an extra set of heads. He told me he had an extra set of heads, but I only got one set of heads. But it's all good, so yep. I got everything. I'm headed back home. 13 hours to go on the road, so I'll keep you guys updated as I head back home. But that's pretty much it for this. So appreciate you guys watching. Hey YouTube, so it's Saturday. I'm almost halfway back from Michigan for picking up the parts. Trans temps at 206, I'm running 70. Just cruising along. But yeah, I'm just about halfway back. I'm still in Illinois. I'm waiting to hit Missouri state line, so I'll be coming up here shortly. I just want to give you guys an update, let you know how everything's going. Car's running good still. It's going good, so I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, well, I'm back in Oklahoma. I've got like an hour left until I'm back in Tulsa. Trans temps at 206. Getting good mileage. Traffic just came to a stop. There's a semi over here. About to show you guys, but man, it's been a nice long trip. Man, the semi went in the fucking ditch, went off the highway. I wonder what happened. Golly. Oh man, that's crazy. God. Well, got an hour left and I'll be home, so I'll keep you guys updated when I make it back in Tulsa. Alright guys, so it's like 10 o'clock or so at night. I made it back to Tulsa. I went by the car wash and I power washed pretty much everything except for the oil pan. I'm not going to use it. I've still got to clean up the valve covers a little bit more before I can repaint them. It didn't come all the way clean. The heads came out pretty clean, but this front one, look at that. See, those look nice. And then, bow. So it looks like his cylinder 1, he said cylinder 5, but looks like cylinder 1 got fucked. So I'm definitely going to have to swap out a couple valves, and I don't know if that's even going to, if this head's even still usable, I'm not for sure. But overall, I mean, they came out really clean. So I definitely might have to take these to the machine shop. Like I said, I want to be 100% sure that this engine, when it goes together, is good. So probably going to get this block out and get it stripped down. And then once I get this block all stripped down and everything, I'm probably going to take it to the machine shop too, because just from sitting, it's got some rust in the cylinders and just some corrosion. And I'm not 100% sure if it's a good engine or not. All I know is when I built it the first time, it didn't have compression, and it could have been because the heads, or it could have been because of piston rings. The only other thing I can really do is rotate it to where all three of them are kind of down in the, like halfway in the cylinders, and put some transmission fluid or something in there and see if they seep down through into the oil pan. And if they hold, then at least I know the piston rings are good. But I don't know, I'd rather just take it to the machine shop, drop off the block and the heads, and that way I know 100% for sure that the heads and the block is good. And I still have the metal Cometic head gaskets, and I have, you know, 2 other sets of heads here, so I mean I can take a couple of valves for this. And I've got all the brackets and pulleys, the exhaust manifolds, which I don't know, I'll probably just use the headers if I can get the crossover pipe to actually work correctly. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I might just get another set of these headers, because I think it's going to fit in the Grand Am really nicely, the headers. I know it's going to be a tight fit on the fans, but I mean it's a really tight fit in the Grand Prix to the fans too, and it's about the same distance, so I think I'll be okay. And yeah, so, but I'm thinking with the headers, I think it's going to be a lot better and easier going down into that tunnel. So yeah, that's my update. That's my plan for right now, is to get this thing out. So this is all the parts. There's the crank pulley and a brand new water pump and the exhaust manifold gaskets, the oil dipstick tube, the heat shield, like all the bolts for everything's all bagged up. Even got some sockets in there. There's an O2 sensor. There's a bracket for the cover that the back slides into. There's the little boost gauge, you know, it goes right here, the pressure release. It's got pretty much everything else. Got a nice reusable metal gasket. These are the exact same gaskets I have on the 06 Top Swap off eBay. Oh, these are Felpro. Those are nice. Those are actual name brand ones. I have the knockoff ones that look exactly like those off eBay on this. Yeah, I just went to the car wash and I was power washing all the parts, so I figured I'd power wash under the hood and get everything looking nice and clean and shiny. Try to get all this dirt and crap out. The car was running really good. It did really, really well. It only flashed the check engine light misfired like 3 or 4 times out of 1,800 miles. Out of 26 hours of driving, so it's not bad. It did really well. As long as I did like 70 or faster, it didn't misfire at all. It ran great, got good gas mileage. So I'm really happy with the outcome of the trip. Turned out really good. Yeah, and you can see I washed the car. So I didn't get to stop at Pontiac and get a picture of my Pontiac in front of the Pontiac sign. I was just trying to get back out here. It's crazy, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep once I got there, and just drove 13 hours back, and now I'm over here power washing engine parts and pulling an engine out of the Grand Am, and it's crazy. I'm tired as fuck. But yeah, that's my update video. That was the trip. Everything went great. Had 0 problems at all. I did hit a couple of potholes, but didn't get no flats. Doesn't look like it messed up the wheels too bad. Maybe a little spot right there. So I'd already hit a spot real bad on that one. See, that's the one I'd already hit. I don't see any other bends. I hit a couple potholes on this side too, so. That one's got a teeny tiny bit of one, not bad. That one just has some scratch and some curb rash, so that ain't bad at all. But overall, the car did great. The parts are nice. I did not get the extra set of heads or the ZZP modular hub like he said was included. But for 90 bucks for everything, I think that's a really good deal. Even though I spent about 240 bucks on gas going out there and back. It's not bad. It cost me like $500 or $600 to buy all this stuff at the salvage yard. But it's all good. I'm happy with it, so I'm gonna keep working on getting this engine out of here, and I have to move some stuff around between these over here. I gotta get that one out of the way, and I need to get this one out of the way too. I'm gonna rob those coils and the plug wires and probably the headers. Yeah, there's some things I've still got to do to this, but all this stuff is next. Probably be over here tomorrow during the daylight, wire wheeling and cleaning all this stuff up, and probably replace all them valve seals and replace a couple of valves off of one of these other sets of heads. I just kind of threw that one together. It don't even have head gaskets on it or the intake and shit. It's just sitting on there. But it is coming together. I'm stoked. So now I just got to get this thing out of here. I'm gonna reuse this crank pulley because it's brand spanking new. I'm gonna get rid of this timing chain cover. And I'm gonna, I guess, just use this one since it's already painted up red, and I've got the cam and the timing set, and I've got everything. The oil pan's painted red, it's in there. I've got brand new oil pan gasket over there. There's my Cometic head gaskets. There's my ZZP pulleys, which sucks I didn't get the modular hub like I was promised. But it's okay. I still got a really good deal for the price of, you know, what I paid, 90 bucks, and for everything that I got, I'm happy with it, with the outcome. So, even brand new brakes, never even driven on. Still brand spanking new. Brand new struts, never driven on either. Brand new rack and pinion, never driven on. It's crazy. And now all this stuff has to come back out. But it's cool. I got the parts car in the way for the subframe, the mounts, the axles, the pedals, the shifter. Like, it's got everything I need to 5-speed swap this and make this a 5-speed. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So it's coming together. I just got to get those two engines out of here off these stands and get those out of the way. So that way I can get this engine out of here and get it on one of these stands and start ripping this thing apart. Get the pan off, which has still got some brand new oil in it. So I'm going to have to drain that oil before I drop that pan. But it's fucking coming together. I am stoked. So fucking stoked. So, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. At least for tonight. I think I'm about to get all this stuff put back in here, kind of organize it a little bit. I'm going to pick up my stuff over here since it fell over. And then I'm going to stack all this stuff in here and organize it, and I'm going to go get some sleep, and I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. Alright, YouTube. Well, I didn't get to record it, but engine is out. I had to beat the fuck out of the bell housing. But it's okay. I ain't using this transmission, so it's all good. But I got the block out. So, some of the other stuff for it. Starter, AC, coils, that's the cam and the timing, and the gasket set, and the oil pan is in the box. There's all the brackets and everything. So it's coming together. I gotta get this thing. I guess I'm gonna have to get another engine stand. I gotta make some room in here. I gotta get some of those out of here and just get them the fuck going, because I don't know. I just got too much shit in here. I don't have enough room to work. It's like, look at this. Can't really get in here to do anything. But it's out. I dumped a little oil out of the oil dipstick hole, because the dipstick wasn't in there. But it's all good. It's out. I made progress. Sorry, my phone was dead. I didn't get to record it because it was on the charger in the car. But I've been fighting this thing for a couple hours. I'm just trying to pull it out the top instead of having to drop the whole subframe, because I don't really have the room in here with all this shit back there. I got 2 more transmissions sitting over there, a bunch of Grand Prix shit back there, this engine, all this shit, which most of it's for that back engine. And then I've got all these parts I had in here right up front with the supercharger. And then that was the original alternator bracket that was on this engine in the Grand Am. And that was just an extra timing cover off of a different engine. There's a flex plate off the Grand Am. I had to pull the flex plate off just to get the engine to come out the top, and I had to bust that bell housing. But like I said, I'm not using that transmission, so I don't give a fuck. It's scrap. I just didn't have the room to drop the subframe to get this out, and I needed it out. So it's out. Now I can keep my higher stall converter. Probably put it in the red Grand Prix, since it's actually out of a Grand Prix, out of a 4T65E HD. So I made some progress today. It's coming along. It's getting there. I know it doesn't really look the best, but like I said, I'm gonna get this thing pulled apart. It's gonna go to the machine shop with the heads, because I just don't know. I mean, the cylinder walls look okay, minus, you know, the little rust from it sitting. But I don't really see any bad scoring or anything, so hopefully this thing's alright. I guess we'll find out eventually. But yeah, I'm going to get this on a stand probably tomorrow, and for now I'm just going to drop it over here and set it on the ground so I can get all the shit picked up and back in here. And but I'm pretty excited. I'm going to get this thing all torn back down, and we'll go from there. It's going to go to the machine shop. So that's my little update for today, y'all. Still driving the 06. It's still misfiring and running like shit. It runs good on the highway doing 70 or faster, but driving around town, it runs like shit, and it shakes the whole car. Just da 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 da. So I don't know. It's got a cylinder 3 misfire. It's still not tuned for any of the shit that's on it. It still needs the other cam and, you know, the supercharged cam and all that. So I don't even fucking know right now. I'm just putting shit together. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pull the engine and trans back out of the red 07 Pre. This motor and trans is probably gonna have to come out. this motor and trans is coming out. Like, just all my cars are fucking broke right now. I just need to buy another car that runs and drives. And it's funny because the other car I'm buying right now is a parts car. And I'm making payments for it. So that's going to be my next thing. That's for this. Because I need that subframe and the axles and the shifter and the pedals and the motor trans mounts. Like, there's a lot of stuff in that car that I need for this car to do this swap and make it 5 speed. So, but I'm making some progress. So, thanks for watching, you guys. Y'all have a good night. Hey, YouTube. So, today is Tuesday, and I got off work a little early today. I drove the 06 to work. It still got its misfire. And yesterday after work, I didn't really mess with this. I just went over to my storage and worked on the Grand Am and got the engine pulled out. And then today, I took off work early because my ear was hurting. It was messing with me. So I ended up going to the doctor and had my ear looked at. And it's feeling better now, so. But Terrell commented on my post about the engine noise and said to take off the oil cap, and because it could be the PCV system, a bad PCV valve. So I'm gonna start it and pop that off and see if that sound goes away. And I guess sound like it's making it now. Oh yeah, no, I hear it. Yeah, well, that didn't help. But I'm hearing it. Yeah, unfortunately, I still hear it. Oh yeah, it jerks into first gear. Yep, unfortunately, I think it's spinning a bearing. So, it's awesome. This whole engine and trans and everything gets to come out. And I get to tear the engine apart, which means now I gotta find another good engine. So, I guess this one's just down for a little while. Like, it still runs. Maybe I can ghetto fix the transmission long enough to drive it and just completely blow it up. But I really don't, I don't know, I don't want to fuck up the cam or any of the other parts that are in there. So, I don't know, this engine and trans needs to come out. That engine and trans needs to come out. This one I need to pull the timing cover and put the supercharged cam in there. And I'd really rather have these valve covers on the 07. But yeah, I guess I'm not even really going to mess with this anymore today. I might rob the coils and the plug wires for the 06, since this one's just going to be sitting here. But that's okay. It gives me some time to work on the Grand Am, and I want to try to get it done, and then at least get the engine over to the machine shop and get it back and get it together and in the car. And I still have to source a Cavalier 5-speed transmission and get that before I can even get it in the car. And then I still got to pay off the parts car to get the subframe and the axles for the swap. So it's still going to be a little while. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I don't have the room at my storage to have more than one car. And I've already got 3 engines sitting over there, and there's just not enough room. So I think I'm going to swap out these plug wires and the coil packs. Oh, I can't even swap out the coils. I don't have no tools here. Everything's at my storage. Man, that sucks. This car's been running so good too. But I guess I'm gonna head over to my storage, and I'll get back to you guys whenever I'm over there. I'm gonna go get some more work done on the Grand Am. So stay tuned, y'all.